Hello, friends. Welcome into the show. We are headed into a holiday weekend. Isn't that great? What do you guys think of my granny glasses? I'm super excited to be wearing these. I don't know why. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great afternoon so far. And we are going to be getting into some readings. I have all of my cards, maybe not all. I have you guys, I have 20 decks of oracle cards, right? And yeah, it's a lot. And but I've got the oracle cards. I'm ready to give readings. It's going to be fun. But I want to have our little chat before we jump into readings. And I think you guys might find this really pretty interesting. Okay. So the title of tonight's show is Intuition, the World's Most Ignored Superpower. Right? I mean, I love when things just kind of work itself out, right? Okay. So I want to pose this thought to you. Okay. And this is kind of just like a fun little sort of observation. Okay. I kind of feel like that if intuition, you're going to love this, if intuition had like a publicist, it would be so much more popular. You know what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you guys? Here's my point. We trust GPS to take us where we need to go. We trust Yelp reviews from people we've never met, right? We trust the weather forecast, which is pretty much always wrong, okay? Or at least half the time, okay? And yet, when it comes to our intuition, and when it comes to our soul's whispers, we don't. We just don't. You know, we hear something happening, and then all of a sudden it becomes like, oh, I'm making that up. You know, does that make sense to you guys? It's just kind of cracks me up because it's kind of funny when you think about it. You know, it's just kind of, the whole thing is just kind of amusing when you think about it. You know, intuition is kind of our natural spiritual connection when you think about it. Okay. So what is intuition? It's a spiritual connection. Okay. Intuition isn't a gift just for a couple of us. It's the language of spirit that is already built into every single one of us. Okay. We are, what I love to say, and you guys have heard me say this 650,000 times, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Not humans occasionally having a spiritual experience. Right? I mean, to me, this is so logical, and I know to some of you it is, but think this through. I mean, these might be thoughts you've never thought of before, you know? Our intuition is the bridge between our human mind and our eternal soul. Okay? So think that through. Okay? Here's the question, though. The question of the ages. Why do we ignore our intuition, our gut instinct? Why? Why do we do that? The ego, our ego mind, not our I'm better than you type mind, but our ego wants certainty. The mind says, prove it. Whenever you get like a little sort of your intuition hits, don't you sometimes say, oh, I'm not sure about this. I'll see if it happens again, right? So you need the proof, okay? But the soul says, trust me, walk with me. Okay. We often, so often dismiss it, that very first feeling. We dismiss it because it doesn't arrive with, the fireworks. Okay. So spirit, though, on the other hand, spirit usually whispers it. Okay. So I just always find that interesting. And now let me tell you, and we all do this. Okay. We are, hey, Keith, nice to see you. We all do this, even the most skilled mediums and psychics. Okay. This happens to all of us. Okay. A couple of years ago, and some of you may remember this because I was talking a lot about it, I got robbed. Okay. Not like robbed like at gunpoint. Don't worry about that part. But it became kind of like I was cleaning. I had gotten groceries and I was cleaning out the back, but my purse was in the cart. I know, rookie mistake, right? I'm 61. I should know this, right? So I'm cleaning out the thing, and all of a sudden I hear, Lori, check your purse. And I just went, oh, I'm fine. It's fine. I blew it up. So I wanted the fireworks. I wanted, in my head, I'm, rethinking that, right? I wanted the fireworks. I wanted somebody to say, oh, come on, whatever, right? So I look over, everything looks fine. And I look back, and then I heard it louder, and I heard yelling, check your purse. I mean, I am not lying when I say it was loud. So I turned around, I opened my purse, and I realized that my wallet wasn't in there. And I remember kind of going, oh my God. And I saw the guy. He was just walking. He was walking like he had no care in the world, right? Long story short, I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I got my wallet back because I'm loud. I am so loud sometimes, and I got my wallet back. So all is well with that story. However, I didn't trust what I was hearing. I didn't trust it. How many times has that happened to you? If you would like to share, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. What, has that happened to you? Because it does happen, we all do it. And it's kind of okay that we all do it. I mean, we're humans. We are spiritual beings having that human experience. Okay. So, right now, one of the things I want to say about this is that just like any other sort of friendship, okay, or your relationship with spirit deepens through time. Okay. Now, here's the point. I will never not listen. Okay. Because I had one experience like that. And I've had others too, but they weren't as dramatic as that. Right. I will never not listen again. Right. So that was my sort of, what is that kind of thing? Right. So interestingly, I learned my lesson. Okay. So here's the point. Once you go through that, every time you have that nudge, we need to honor that. Okay. And every time we honor that, our confidence gets better or higher or more developed. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. We need to have a conversation. I see you doing so much, and your energy is so beautiful. Anyway, Jennifer says 10 times with my ex-husband, and even the movers that were moving me were asking me if I was sure. Oh my gosh. That is such an amazing example of this. Wow. That is a big example. And it's true. That's how it happens. Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Right? So every time we pause long enough to listen to spirit, You're telling the universe, okay, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. Okay. And here's the thing. We all have those moments when this happens. But the cool thing about this is that we grow from every experience. Don't you think? We grow from every experience. Hi, June. And then Keith says, gotta love your gatekeeper, Lori. He is amazing. I know, right? That's Kirk. Kirk is for those of you that don't know, Kirk is my college boyfriend. This is like 40 years ago, you guys, right? And he passed away, and he is now my gatekeeper. Okay. So he helps me out. He, helps me deal with everything. Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. So yeah, he may have been the one. It didn't sound like his voice, but I wasn't quite paying attention to the voice. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it was him, but somebody was yelling at me. Right. So anyway, all right. So getting back to this, once we get into that space of I'm paying attention, Spirit will know. Spirit notices when we listen. All right. So now what I want to say about this is tonight, if you would like a reading, or if you're listening to the readings, or if you simply are listening to someone else, okay, allow your own intuition to wake up. Okay, allow your intuition to wake up. Notice what you feel. Notice what resonates with you. Okay, notice what spirit might be trying to whisper to you. Okay, so yeah, a lot of fun. All right, so you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to pull a card for all of us for our amazing weekend. Okay, so this is what I'm asking Spirit in terms of my cards. Okay, so our card for today is I'm asking Spirit, what is it that we all need to know for this coming weekend? What is it that we need to know? Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, you know what? There was one kind of sticking out, and I think that's the one I'm supposed to pull. Oh, ooh, you guys, this is so interesting. Okay, I pulled the protection card. And with a hedgehog, yay. Now, what's cool about that is, look at the little hedgehog. He's got a crown on. He's got a scepter. And he's sitting outside with all of his little friends. There's, I love this card and immediately when I saw this card, it dawned on me Spirit told me what this message should be. This weekend, it's a long weekend. There's going to be a lot of barbecues and the blah, 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 all of the stuff. Okay. So this weekend, pay attention to your intuition. Okay. If you feel like you are, let's just say you're at a party, and this has happened to me so many times. I'm at a party or a barbecue or something, and there's all these people around, and I start talking to somebody. If your intuition is telling you, maybe stop the conversation and move over here, go over there. Follow your intuition on that. Okay. That's what this card is saying. Okay. Trust your own intuition and know that Spirit has your back. Okay. So if you are hey, Lori, nice to see you 2 times in 1 week. Yay. What is interesting about this is, what I love about this is that when we sit and we understand that Spirit has our back, Spirit is protecting us, we're good to go. That's what feels right about that. Okay. I love this. Oh my gosh. Love this. Okay. So now I'm heading into readings. Let's do this. Okay. So I've got the Oracle cards. I've got my gatekeeper checking out who wants to come through. So I've got mediumship readings and I've got psychics. So here's what I want to ask you. If you want a reading, type in, is there an area of your life you'd like some clarity on? Is there someone on the other side you'd like to hear from? Is there a question, a simply just a question that you'd like an answer to? So, and it could be asking me about why, how, anything about me, my story, anything. No holds barred. All right. So bring it on. Okay. So we've got a cease. V8H. Hi, Lori. I'd love to know if I can ask you a question about oh, that's so funny because I didn't read this first, about my intuitive and spiritual abilities and tools. I know we all have so many different active ones that grow and change. Can you see my main ones? All right. First of all, what is your first name? Oh, yeah. We are so on the same wavelength. Oh my gosh. My real name is Angel, if that helps. Absolutely. Because that's exactly what that's so funny. Oh my gosh. To both of your comments, I anticipated, I guess, psychically. That's so cool. All right, Angel. Okay. So Angel, first of all, part of what I want to say to you is that because of what I just said, okay, the two comments that you put in there that I was talking about in advance, right? That just tells me, and that should tell you that your intuition is strong. Okay. I really, really feel that. Okay. Number one, your intuition is strong. I absolutely feel that. Your energy is bright. What I would like to say about this is I am feeling when I sort of look at your energy, I'm sensing or I'm feeling your throat chakra. Are you familiar with the chakras, Angel? Okay. Yeah, let me know that. Love to you, Keith. So yeah, Angel, let me know. Are you familiar with the chakras? Okay. I am sensing a whole bunch around your throat chakra. Okay. And that means to me, you've been sitting around with such a block in your throat for months. Oh my God. Okay. So we're on the same wavelength, like big time here. I'm really getting that you are questioning, which is absolutely normal. Don't make yourself wrong for questioning. You're questioning if you really do have gifts. You're questioning if this is something that you are trying to figure out. Okay. So whenever I sense that the throat chakra is maybe a little bit sluggish or something, this is what I like to tell people. Maybe journal. I was telling somebody this the other day, and I love the idea of doing this. Journaling. Journal what it is that you want out of your gifts. Okay. I will say, there is a right and a wrong answer. I'm not going to tell you the right answer or the wrong answer, but there is a right and wrong answer. However, start to say, what is it that you want to do? Okay. You know what? I still have things that have not happened. I've been doing this for like 20 years, 20 plus years, I think at this point. Okay. So what I want to say about this is that, there are things that I have not had an experience of. I would love to see, and I'm saying this out loud for a reason, I would love to see a full-on apparition. Okay. I've never seen a full-on. I am very clairvoyant. I'm clairsentient, very clairsentient, clairaudience. I use all of the clairs, okay, of spirit work. Okay. But I have never actually seen a full-on apparition of a spirit. Okay. When I say a full-on, I'm saying it looks like somebody that's alive is standing right there. I see shadows. I know that they're close. All the rest of it, I'm there. I've never seen one. Okay. So my point in telling you that is that What is it that you want? Start to make a list. Just pie in the sky, angel. Okay? Pie in the sky, just journal. Okay? See what it is that you want. Okay? Out of your gifts. All right? Also, what I want to say that I'm feeling for you is that I feel like that your guides are working on the clairs. Like they're trying to have you they're trying to have you hear things and feel things. Okay. I'm not sensing, and this doesn't mean that you don't have clairvoyance. Okay. It's in there. Okay. But I feel like, if you occasionally hear buzzing in your ear or something like that, sometimes. Now, I've got that thing. What's that called? That thing where you hear the noise in your ears all the time. I forget what that's called, but I have that. However, if it comes and goes and that sort of thing, and it's that's if it comes and goes and whatever, sometimes that spirit starting to develop your clairaudience. Okay, so I want to say that. Okay, so the energy in my throat isn't about like past life trauma or not communicating to people. It's mainly about expressing what I want and my own thoughts. Well, here's the thing. The way I love to describe the throat chakra is this. When it feels a little bit blocked or it feels a little sluggish, that usually means that you are denying yourself. I'm going to use it in terms of that. Okay. It's kind of like you're not being true to yourself. Okay. You're not, to me, it's about, you're not being your true self. Okay. So for me, I'll just give you my example of it. Sometimes, or a long time ago, I'll say it that way. When I was first coming out with my gifts, I was learning my gifts and everything. I made the decision not to tell anybody because I didn't have a handle on it yet. I didn't want a whole bunch of people to know, like in my life, because then I'm going to get questions and blah, all that. But then eventually it started feeling like I was living a lie. Okay. I hope this makes sense to you, Angel, because I feel like that there's a part of this that you're relating to, and you tell me if that makes sense to you. But so it's really not like, I don't necessarily think it has to do, I mean, it might have to do, but I'm not getting that it has to do with past life trauma for you. It's in terms of your throat chakra. It's about being your authentic, your true self in this lifetime. Okay. I don't necessarily think that this is going to be like a big dramatic thing for you. I think it's going to develop in its own time. And I will say, okay, and this might help you, this might not help you. Okay. I have a Patreon community. I don't know what you call it, a Patreon community. It's free to join. And I do lives. I talk about intuition. I talk about being a medium and psychic and all of that stuff. It's free to join. It's patreon.com. Actually, I'll put the thing up so that it's banners, friends. It's banners. Where is it? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put that up so you can see it. It's free to join. Okay. And we do meditations. There's all sorts of different things that I have up on there, posts and, so all kinds of stuff on there. Go check it out. I think you might like that. You might, you could just dip your toe in the water there. Okay. A little bit. So do that. That's good. The other thing that I want to say about this, Angel, is, good. I live a double life. I know. Yeah, I can relate to that with feeling energy and aliens and quantum manifestation. I don't really put it out there externally, of course, because instantly there's judgment. Instantly. Okay. And the reality is, and I learned this a long time ago, we are all meaning making machines. Okay. Somebody told me that one time, and I love that terminology, right? We all judge other people, things all the time. Okay. We do. That's just human nature. Okay. However, when we are being our true authentic self, throat chakra, sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to roll off. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that. Please feel free to DM me if you have any questions. I love my thing in life. I love helping newbies out because I feel like that I eventually found a mentor and the whole thing. But when I was first starting out, I had nowhere to turn with these questions. And so I have such a soft spot in my heart. So email me anytime or DM me. Okay, Angel? And best of love and luck to you. It's going to be, it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. So, hi, Michelle. Okay, so Lori says, is Will around? Will is, I know Lori personally, by the way, just so that everybody knows. Will is her deceased husband. And let's see what, okay, I'll come back to you, Angel. Okay, maybe just ask a little bit of your insight about my authentic self. Is there anything you can do that might ring a bell? Okay, I'll come back to that. Hi, Nancy, nice to see you. Okay, so Lori, are you still here? Hopefully you're still here. Lori, are you still here? Okay, so what I want to say about Will, I want to make sure I hear that Lori is still here before I start. Bringing him through. There's a door opening. You are still here. I thought you would be, but I just want to double check. I feel like the door is opening and this man. So give me, and I know that, I may have met him once before he passed. So, clean slate, that I don't exactly remember a lot about readings. So just throwing that out there because I know you remember that, but I just had to tell you. Okay, so I am sensing the door opening and this man is sauntering in. So give me yeses and nos. Tell me if this makes sense to you. So he's like sauntering in and he's like, here I am. And it's in a joking kind of way. It's like jokester kind of way, which I love. That's so much fun. I feel very playful. So Lori, tell me if this makes sense to you. He is, I feel, let's just say, I feel like it's Will. This smile on his face. He has, he's telling me that he has progressed quite a bit on the other side. Okay. So that's what I'm hearing him say to me. He's like, so much has changed since he's telling me this. So much has changed since the last time that I, was talking to you or whatever. Right. So yeah, yes, the smile, big smile and beautiful. He's showing himself to me to be in perfect form. Okay. Like I don't see, he's not too thin. He's not sick. He's like feeling good, which tells me that he is really, truly progressing on the other side in a really great, positive, powerful way. Okay. What he's saying to me is that he, first of all, okay. And again, full disclosure, I know Lori. Okay. She, first of all, he loves that you moved up there. He loves that you live there. I don't know if I ever told you that before. He loves that you live there. I'm asking him about, how, you are, in terms of your health. He's telling me, now I don't know this, right? So like, I don't know how you're feeling. I know that you weren't feeling good and now you're feeling like you're feeling better, I think, right? So basically what he's telling me is that you're on a really good path with your health. Okay. He's really happy with the path that's taking. Okay. That's number one. He's talking to me, and I don't think this has to do with your health, but he's talking to me right now about paperwork. There's some paperwork that got, I don't know if it's missing or it got misplaced, or if you haven't filled it out yet. There's something about paperwork that he's highlighting to me. And he said he's going to make sure that it's like all right in the right place. Do you know what I'm talking about in terms of the paperwork, Lori? Let me know give me a yes or no. And just so everybody knows, I'm not scared of no. So Lori, and I think you already know this, but if this makes no sense to you, I'm not scared of no. I'm not scared of you saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's all good. Okay. So then she goes, no. All right. So there's some paperwork. All right. And he's laughing hysterically at me right now, with me. Let's just say it that way. All right. So Lori, he's telling me that there is paperwork that needs to be filled out. And I don't know in terms of what. I don't think that this has anything to do with your health. It doesn't have anything to do with that. There's paperwork that he is looking at. He's showing me it's like it's a couple pages. It's a couple of pages. And I feel like that I'm trying to see what's on the paperwork. He's showing me 3 pages. Okay. And I'm trying to see what's on these pages. It's blurry. Can't see it. But I think it's you like looking it over again. Okay. So it's you kind of proofreading. And then you kind of like, I feel like it might be like a contract of some sort. And I feel like that your name is supposed to be at the bottom and you need to, it's some sort of paperwork. Okay. Be on the lookout. If you're not understanding of this, once I explain that a little bit further, that's okay. Just be aware that this is going to be upcoming. This is going to be happening. This is going to come into play soon. Okay. Right. So I want to throw that out there too. If you're not aware of it now, you will be soon. And I'm seeing some sort of like contracty agreement. I don't feel like it's big and dramatic, like I don't feel like it's a big dramatic thing, but he wants to highlight that. Also, he's telling me, oh my God. Okay. So one of the messages, and we can talk about this privately if you'd like later too, but he's talking to me about how the two of you, yes, I'm going to say this out loud. The two of you were kind of suckers for your kids. Like, like you want to do certain, you're like disappointed in something, but you don't have, the guts to like talk to your kids about this. I don't know in terms of what, I don't understand that, but there's something that he's saying that, we were both just suckers when it came to the kids. Like they knew how to manipulate us. They knew, even in their youngest ages, they knew how to manipulate us. And he's talking to me about one of them. I don't know which child. I don't feel like you're being manipulated, but there's a missing of boundaries. Just saying, don't shoot the messenger. There's like boundaries that something is missing there. Okay. And it's so super hard. But if you can, get the courage up to set these boundaries, things will go a little bit more smooth. Okay. So that being said, he loves the direction of where your life is going right now. Again, if you want more clarity on some other stuff, we can talk privately. Since I know you, it's kind of one of those things. Oh, you know what he's talking about. Okay, good. Okay. Last thing, I feel like that I've got this. This is so interesting. He's showing me a bouquet of flowers. They're not roses. I don't know if you had a thing where you didn't like roses or he didn't like giving you roses. I don't know what the deal is, but they can't be roses. I don't know what that's about. They're not roses, but they're like, I I don't know the names of these flowers, but they're all sorts of colors, and they're the ones that kind of look like irises, but they're not exactly irises. I don't know what that is, but it's this massive bouquet, and it's like he's giving them to you. He loves watching you grow and maneuver through life. They're colorful like oh, you know what? They might be tulips. And I say that because I feel like that they're doing this, but tulips do that. I was thinking tulips in terms of, they're usually like when you see them on, when you get them in the store or whatever, they're totally closed. But I feel like that they're open. So they're like that, but tulips do open. So they might be tulips, but mixed with some, what is that? It's not irises, like irises in there, but they're very colorful and bright. And he's saying they're like her personality. They're bright and they're up and they're bold and they are and they're fun. He's like, that's her. That is her. He loves kind of hanging out with you. And I know, no, they're not poppies. Not poppies. They're closer to the tulip thing. Okay. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to throw that out there to you. He's with you a lot. Please keep talking to him. He hears you. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave you with that, Lori. Much love. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see. Michelle, I would like to ask how I'm doing in my activating my Kundalini. Oh, I love that. And what my guides think about it. First of all, love it. Love the Kundalini rising. Oh my gosh. I got, love you, Lori. I was Kundalini Reiki activated. And it was distance, right? And what ended up happening was is that I was lying in bed and I knew when it was going to happen and I was meditating. I was lying down in bed. It was like in the middle of the night. And I felt like this whole thing just start down at the bottom and come up like by my feet and come the whole way up. And I could feel, I was like not shivering, but I could feel the goosebumps all over my body. It was incredible. One of the most incredible spiritual experiences of my life. Okay. So Michelle, definitely. Okay. I really think that in terms of the Kundalini, there's so much that kind of happens. So Michelle, I hope you're still here. I just realized I'm sitting here talking to you and I don't know if you're still here. So Michelle, what I feel like about this is that this is definitely a fantastic thing for, oh, good. Yay. She's still here. I'm getting the feeling, I'm feeling from my heart chakra, but I'm also feeling in my solar plexus. So I'm sitting here like this, right? And it feels like, you're going to be having a lot more spiritual experiences. And I want to say a lot of them are going to happen while you're sleeping. And what I feel like I'm being told is that you're going to be feeling them, but you may not be fully aware of all of them. Have you ever read, I don't know why I'm being told this, and it's not my place to know why, but I really want to talk to you. I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you about the Yoga Sutras. Are you familiar with this Yoga Sutras? The book is sitting over there. That's why the Yoga Sutras are thousands of years old, right? And they are really, I feel like that you, in the rising of the Kundalini, the Yoga Sutras, like starting to, the Yoga Sutras, fine, I'll just pull it over here. If you hear big booms, it's Okay, I did. I thought all the books were going to fall, and I was like, no. Okay, so this is one of the. There's tons of different interpretations and stuff of the Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. Okay, um, there's they're basically what they are is they are like little sort of verses. Okay, so basically, and what they are is they, whenever you get a book on them, so there's like, I'm just going to read this out loud. Okay, this says, from these, practice is the effort to be fixed and concentrating the mind. Okay, they're clearly talking about meditation, right? But so it's like one thing there, and then whoever wrote the book, like Edwin Bryant, okay, wrote this interpretation, and then he goes through and talks about it. Okay, so he takes each verse, if you will, and talks about it. Okay, and here's the thing: you don't have to like read the whole thing. This is a very big book, but you don't have. I have several different books of the Yoga Sutras, and this is a smaller one. This one is really pretty good. Okay, this one is Sri Swami. This one, I really enjoyed this one. Okay, so this is the translation, and you can take a screenshot of that if you want. But I feel like that along the lines of you sort of activating your Kundalini, I think that starting to go into the ancient spiritual texts could be a fantastic way for you to grow even a little bit more. Okay. And if you do it all, because the Yoga Sutras are like no joke. They're like, so it's part of, I can help you find a Reiki teacher. I've got tons of different Reiki. As a matter of fact, there's somebody up by you, Lori. So I will text me later, and I would always find a Reiki teacher that is through somebody just because, that sort of thing. So there's that. All right. So Michelle, keep moving forward, and go little bit by little bit, I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you about grounding yourself as well. Make sure that your chakras are, I don't know, I'm going to say aligned, but if you feel like, if you're in meditation and you feel like that one of the chakras feels a little fuzzy, like sometimes, I'm just throwing this out as an example, sometimes if you sit in meditation and you can't quite, that maybe the heart chakra feels a little bit less there than the other ones, maybe you just eat some green food, that sort of thing, because that chakra is green, and just start paying attention to your heart, that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you about that. Okay. Michelle, I am so excited for your journey. Kundalini is the real deal, and it's very special, and it's very, this is a journey. This is a journey. I'm very excited for you. So yeah, unless you have any other questions, I'm going to leave you with that. Actually, you know what? I am going to leave you with that, but I am going to pull you a card too, Michelle. Okay. Hi, Carlene. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing good. And then we've got Lily. I will be reading you in just 1 second. Okay. This is so great. Michelle, oh my gosh. Courage. Oh my gosh. Like, how perfect is that? Courage. It can be a little bit scary, with the whole everything going on whenever you're doing the activation for your Kundalini, because there's a lot that goes into it, but having the courage, go for it, like utilize the affirmation, I am courageous. If you ever feel like that you're at a standstill or something, to get you to push through. I feel like I'm almost there for the activation, but I'm not sure. You know what? Just trust. Okay. You don't need to know. Okay. I know that's, you want to know because your mind, your human mind wants to know. Just trust that it's going to be there because it's a big deal. Okay. And if you go too fast, I'm sure you already know this, but if you go too fast activating the Kundalini, it will cause all sorts of issues like bodily. Okay. Just go quietly. Okay. And get into the studies. I feel like that you getting into the studies of the ancient texts is going to be really good for you. So, all right, Michelle. I know. Of course you want to know. But do my guides think this is the right path? Absolutely. It's always the right path. If you feel it because you're using your intuition, I feel like that you used your intuition in working on activating. Use your intuition. Yes, your guides are fully on telling me that you're on the right path. Okay. And they're the ones that were telling me about you getting a little bit more into some of the spiritual texts. So there's that. I feel like that you're, the meditation is going to be like key. And as you probably already know, meditation. Okay. Wonderful. Good luck to you, Michelle. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay, Lily, I love your name. It's so cute. Can you see what it is me and my daughter, Kiana, can benefit from most? What is our energy dynamic? And what do you see, Lori, that is going on? Don't know what the truth of how she is feeling versus what I feel and what is most important to honor right now. Anything helps. Ooh, this is really, that's intense. And I'm getting like that. I'm feeling, okay, Lily, you tell me. And again, I'm not scared of yeses and nos. Okay. So, what I want to ask you is, are you feeling like that you are together? Like I almost feel like, and I don't know, did you say it was your daughter? Yes, your daughter, Kiana. Okay. So Lily, hopefully you're still here. Are you still here? Please let me know that you're still here. I'm getting the feeling that I don't necessarily feel like that she feels this way. Okay. But I feel like that you feel like, the two of you are sort of twin flames. Okay. I feel like, tell me if that makes sense to you. Is that kind of what you're feeling? Because it feels like that, that I feel whenever I tap into both of your energy, I feel like this, like right close to each other. Okay. And I honestly, I feel like that you're good to go, but I feel like that your daughter is kind of like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? I feel I feel like an independence thing based on, your daughter trying to happen. And you kind of feel like that. And when I say twin flames, it doesn't have to be like necessarily like the love of your life. It can be, it's not like that. It can, my cousin and I are the same way. Like we are twin flames. I just feel like she's the other half of me. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like my relationship with my cousin. So, hey, Teresa, nice to see you. Okay. So Lily says, yes. Oh my God. I had her when I was 17 and a single mom. So we literally have been together every moment through everything. Okay. That's what I think I'm getting. Okay. I'm sensing that. All right. Now, what I want to say is that she is not understanding. I feel like that she feels it. Okay. So just listen to the whole thing before you react, I think. But she feels it too, like the closeness, that twin sort of thing, that twin flame sort of thing. But she doesn't quite know what to do with it. because she's like younger. Okay. So, and tell me how old she is. I don't feel like she's like young. Okay. But, I'm sensing her energy is, first of all, I feel like she's an old soul. Okay. And when I say old soul, I mean like she's like, she knows her stuff. Like she's just graduated. Okay. Oh, she's 18, just graduated. Okay. I feel like she's an old soul. She is aware of life in a different way than like other kids are. Okay. So she feels that connection, but there is, as I said before, and now it makes sense because you just told me she's 18. There's like a thing of independence there that she's sort of craving a little bit. However, it's not because she wants to be away from you. Please don't think that. Okay. I feel like that it has more to do with just her trying to figure things out on her own. I feel like that you're pretty, like you're skilled with it. Like you've figured stuff out. Not everything. We never have everything figured out, kind of thing. But she does. Not that she does. She is trying to figure out it in her own terms. Okay. Okay, so Lily says, that makes sense to me because I tried to keep her on track with life and spirituality, but also let her have a human life. Absolutely. But it's like we don't know what's going on with each other lately. Like you said, yeah. Okay. She feels, I mean, I don't know. Think back to when you were 18. Well, obviously you said that you had her when you were 17. So, you grew up pretty fast, right? But for me, when I was 18, I was like, wait, I'm supposed to have like my own life, but what am I supposed to do now? Like, is this, I mean, there was so many questions, my daughter is 29. And when she began this journey of her adulthood, she was like, still just like pushing me away, right? Because I can figure this out on my own. But I feel like that you and your daughter have a different type of relationship in that. Okay. I feel like that you brought her up with a certain type of spirituality, which is fantastic. She will take that with her. Okay. You two I just feel like that the relationship is shifting a little bit. I don't think it's bad. It doesn't feel bad to me at all, but I really want to say, and I'm saying this with love, let the reins go just that little bit. Okay. She will appreciate it. And honestly, because she will appreciate it, you will end up appreciating it too. Okay. So I want to say it in terms of that. Okay. All right. Now, last thing, what I want to do is I want to pull you a card from the Sacred Destiny deck. This is Denise Lynn's. In case you don't know who Denise Lynn is, she's amazing. Okay. So basically what I am doing is pulling a card for you based on this whole situation. Oh, I love this. Oh my God. And I know I say that with every card I pull. Sorry about that. Okay. So look at this. It says wisdom. Okay. And there is a little mermaid there. Yeah. Right. And it's just, there's so much going on with the wisdom of it. Okay. She is learning how to trust herself and her own wisdom. And like I said, I feel like she's kind of an old soul. She's kind of a little street savvy. She's savvy. She's life savvy. Okay. Which is great. I feel like that, in terms of wisdom and this card for you, I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you about trusting your intuition in terms of the whole situation. And it's hard to do as a mom. I totally understand that. Better than probably anybody else, but it's hard. Okay. But trust your intuition. If you feel like you're supposed to mention something, mention it. If you feel like not, then just start to really tap into the trusting of your gut instinct. Okay. So Lily says, okay, to sum it up, can you just tell her you do you? Absolutely. Because that is giving her the freedom. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to share this, probably get in trouble for this later. But so my daughter, she is one of the most natural mediums I've ever met. Okay. She is a natural medium. Okay. However, you see me online here. I'm a medium. I'm a psychic, all of that. Right. Well, what I really want to say about this is that she had to create her own journey. So she sort of stepped away from the mediumship. She does tarot readings and she is freaking on fire with the tarot readings, right? So I was like, come on, let's do readings together. And then I was like, you know what? No, that's not supposed to. She knows she's a natural medium. She understands that. Okay. But she has her own journey to have. Spirit is like, she's doing her own thing. All right. So just telling you that to keep that in mind. Spirit has plans for you. Yeah, Spirit has more plans for you. Spirit has plans for her as well. So keep that in mind. All right. Oh, and so much love to you, Lily. Oh my gosh. It's such an exciting time. I just love that. So awesome. All right. Now oh yes, that really ties it together. I've been asking her to meditate with me, but she totally ditches me. And her soul definitely has her own way. Absolutely. And we just have to, what I was meditating today, and I forget what made me think of this, but somebody was saying, or I was recalling as I was meditating, because God forbid I should keep a free mind, but I was thinking to myself, gosh, did I ever ask my mom how she was whenever I would call and I was younger? Did I ever ask her how she was? We'd get on the phone and I would just start talking about me. Did I ever ask her and my dad how they were? And so I went through this whole thing, right? And now that they're both on the other side and they're always sitting right here, thankfully, it's just like they loved me through it. Even if I didn't ask them how they were, they loved me unconditionally. And for that I am the most grateful for. And so I think that the final thing I'm supposed to say to you, Lily, is this. It's just about the unconditional love. It's all about the unconditional love. So just keep that in mind. I love that for you. All right. So, the timing is up. And I'm so sorry I didn't get to everybody. I have to tell you guys a couple things. First of all, I pulled a card for all of us here for just a minute. But I will not be here next week. I'm going on vacation. But in 2 weeks, I will be back. Yay. And I may do a quick live somewhere while I'm on vacation. You never know. If Spirit tells me to do a live, I will do a live. This is for all of us going into our lives. It says completion, embrace the quiet, and rest and reflection. And I couldn't say it better for this beautiful weekend that we are about to embark on. Get your rest, enjoy yourself, and sit in the now. Keep sitting in the here and now. Okay? Remember that. Much love to you guys. I love you all so much. Go to my Patreon, and if you can, go to my Patreon and sign up. It's absolutely free to join in. There's Spirit Love Notes several times a week, and I do journal prompts, I do lives, I do meditations, live meditations, and everything is saved on there. So you can always go back and just see whatever, see where Spirit takes you. That's the fun part. Okay. All right. So love to you all. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time in 2 weeks, namaste, everybody. Have a beautiful night. Take care. Thanks for hanging out in the spirit room. Now go shine your light, trust your vibe, and remember to tell someone that you love them today. Namaste.